It's your boy MoonDog38732 from the MoonDog38732 show on YouTube. I know, man, I've been MIA for a little minute. I ain't had a chance to really do my videos. I've been working and getting these business situations worked out, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, I'm still rocking the MoonDog38732 show gear and merchandise, which can be found at the MoonDog38732 show, myshopify.com. The MoonDog38732 show, myshopify.com. I will put a link in the description, you know, with that being said. But if it's your first time watching this show, look here, man. I guess talk about the people, places, and situations that made me to the person down today. Watch the show, like the show, subscribe to the show, share the show, comment, man. You know me, man. I talk back. With that being said, on my show, I'm only rocking my stuff, my partners, my friends, young people I used to work with, and I'm just promoting us. You know what I'm saying? So if it ain't about us, you won't see me wearing it. But the city looks young, they jump fire. Now, with that being said, you know, usually every time, this is the third season, and every time I do a season, I do a top 10 list, right? I did my top 10 movies, I did my top 10 rappers, but this time it can be a little bit different. Now, I got a top 10 list, but it's dealing with basketball. Not the pros, but almost like the pros. This is my top 10 list of basketball players that I played at Aloe Park that gave me the toughest time as far as defending, right? Now, this is my list. I know some of y'all might say, oh, well, what about this person? This person was a legend. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Once again, and on my list, the people I had the toughest time holding at Aloe Park. Not at these other parks, not at nobody's backyard, not at Eastside Park, but at Aloe Park. I'm going to start from 10. I'm going to work my way up. Now, I don't have a lot of people on my list that I actually was on my teams and stuff like that. But just check it out. All right, number 10. He was a band member. I set his grass on fire. But anyway, gotta watch the other stories. Sam Rap. The thing about Sam was that he was very competitive, right? He was right-handed, but he also worked on his left hand. And he was just really, really, really competitive and really wanted to win, man. He slapped me on the thumb one time, man. I almost broke my thumb. I couldn't even move it. He told me I'll be all right, take the ball out. I couldn't even move my thumb. And he just practiced and worked on some of the things that he wasn't good at. Be it his passing, be it his left hand, his right hand or his left hand. And he was just a really, really, really dedicated to everything he did. Once again, he taught himself how to play the piano. He was out there throwing no curveballs stuff with the baseball. He worked on all the things that he wasn't good at to the point where he was satisfied. Which for him, I don't think he was ever satisfied. All right, now with that being said, he was a competitor, man. He was a competitor. Number 9, Rod Ward. Some of y'all may know Rod from working here, working there, but I know Rod. The first time I ever played Rod, he gave me buckets. It was right around the time the Orlando Magic with Shaq was playing against the Houston Rockets with Akeem Olajuwon. I'm at the park talking about, oh man, Shaq gonna do this, Shaq gonna do this. And he was like, nah, you don't understand. Akeem gonna get Shaq that footwork. I'm like, nah, man, Shaq too strong. And the one thing Ward always said, man, fundamentally sound. And he kept on talking about fundamentally sound, having fundamentals. But all the time while he was doing this and we was talking, we were playing 21, right? And Rob was just giving me buckets. You know what I'm saying? He was just shooting. He wasn't flashing. He wasn't hitting you with He wasn't hitting you with none of that right there. He just come up, talking to you, bring it to you, and just shoot it. And he was just shooting my face. I'm got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. I understand, Rod. Fundamentals, man. So he was just a smooth player, a no-nonsense player that was giving me buckets. Right? All right, here we go. Next one on the list. If y'all was in the park, y'all know, I can say the first name, y'all should know what I'm talking about, right? Cardell doing the game or playing 21, I hated him getting the ball. You know why? Because Cardell had a hook shot. Anybody know anything about the hook shot? Hook shot is what? The hook shot, I've never seen a hook shot by a person that know how to do it correctly get blocked. Cardell will come with that long, lanky, skinny hook. Plus he had no body fat or nothing like that. And he'll run and throw that hook up there. Boom, boom. He'll hit the backboard, they gonna go in. boom, boom, backboard in, or it'll switch on you. And the thing about it was, if you fouled him while he was doing it was still going in. So what you would have to do is try to stop him from getting his shot off. But in the park, you start fouling folks, that's a whole different situation, right? All right. Number 7, I'm going to call the first names. Larry. What made Larry so tough for me is that Larry had a shot. He had a jump shot. But his jump shot wasn't a conventional jump shot. Most people just shoot it like this, right? No, Larry would cock his back all the way like this and shoot it. And think about that, he did that and he put what to it? A fadeaway. So if you cock back and you fading away and you shooting it and you taller than me and you jumping higher than me, his shot was just crazy, man. He had one of the most unique shots I've seen out there, right? Number 6, Clyde. Now, it was Clyde, Cleo, and Orlando, right? But Clyde, to me, was like a human joystick. Clyde was hitting you with that flash. Clyde, you hit you with that. Clyde could score. Clyde could pass. Clyde reminded me of Jamal Crawford. You know who Jamal Crawford is? That's who Clyde reminded me of. He could give you buckets. He could pass. He can hit you with that. Throw it to you. He was just a smooth player. And he was difficult for me to hold, right? Next, number 5. Fundamentally sound. Another person. Fish would come out there. He was on the basketball team. They ain't really like them playing in the park on the basketball team, right? Because you might mess the coach money up, so to speak. Fish would come out there. Fish wasn't fancy. He wasn't flashy. He didn't really talk a lot of noise. But what he gave me on a consistent basis, and what he gave a lot of other people, was buckets. You know what I'm saying? What you want? You want that right hand? You want that pull up? You want the layup? What you want? Fish gave it to you. And after he beat you, he had a smile. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of difficult for me to, get upset at that. The man gets better than me. Number 4. Some people may say he's low on the list, but hey, man. All right, here we go. Alton. This how cold Alton was. Like when he was in the 7th, 8th grade, they would like pass him the ball on the basketball team, and nobody else was allowed to shoot it, right? So you know what I'm saying? So when Alton started coming to the park, Alton had what I would call Alton had it all. Alton had that jumper. Alton had that pass. He was big. He was like physical. He'll dribble. He'll put that shoulder into you, and then scoring. He'll talk noise to you, man. Man, that dude was so cold to me, man. Matter of fact, hey, Carl, I need an Alton A-Cop jersey, man. Let me get that about you. Another reason why I knew he was so cold, I went to Memphis one time to let Barry cut my hair. I was just in the neighborhood, right? So I'm hearing cats talking about, man, it was this dude, man, that was at the park, man. He was just killing us, man, killing us. I'm like, okay, I'm just listening like, oh man, that dude killed y'all. His name was A-Call. I'm like, Alton? Yeah, that's his name. Man, he came here and lit us up about 5 games in a row. Alton was being talked about all the way in Memphis. I mean, I seen the game, 2 games where Alton didn't miss no shots. The man was just cold with it, man. All right, now, number 3, Bobby Jones. Think about what I'm saying. Rich, the thing about Bobby Jones is he got 2 nicknames, BJ and Bobby Jones. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Bobby played high school and college, right? Bobby was big. He was physical. He know his talk. He could shoot, which he liked to shoot a lot. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it was, man, it was just like his how, you know what I'm saying? Bobby was just like a big dude, man. So me, I'm skinny. Bobby would come through there, man, bam, boom, Charles Barkley style, man, post me up, man, and just lay up on me, man. Or I'd be out there, he'd be out there all the way at the end of the court. And he's shooting it, man, from the end of the court. Now, was he the best rebounder? No, but as far as just physicality, And as far as just passing the ball, he wasn't no pass. He ain't really pass the ball. As soon as he passed the ball, hey, get it back. That wasn't his thing. Shooting and being physical, that's what Bobby was giving me that day. Number 2, I ain't really know dude until he started coming to the park. I never heard of him. Ricky Akoff. Ricky to me was like Alton, but a taller version of Alton. Ricky came through there and I had to hold him. You talking about was like, I was like outmatched, like it wasn't even close. And he was like smiling, like he knew I was outmatched. Jump shot, layup. But he had like a between the leg jump too, but he wasn't fancy with it. It was just like something just like get you ready for what he about to do to you. Bam, bam, jumper. I'm like, shh. I couldn't do nothing with him. I'm tapping elbow, basket. I'm trying to get up in him. He hit me with pull up, jumper. It wasn't nothing I can do. It wasn't nothing I can do. As you can see, I just kind of flashback. They made me rewind, man. Was nothing I could do with this dude, man. And he was just like a great all-around player. Number 1, the reason why he was number 1, he was the coldest player I ever seen that came to the park. All this is my opinion and facts of who I played, right? He didn't really play that much though, but when he did play, I ain't seen nobody stop him. Steve came through. He would come through with 21, which he didn't really play 21 that much. He would come through on the 21, game over before you know it. He'll come through in the game. He had every move, but I'm talking about behind the back, between the legs, jump shots. You talking about a jump shot was a killer, and he'll play like low to the ground, and he'll come up, man, and shoot it. And I'm looking like, hey man, somebody else come hold this man. The thing about it was everybody that I saw hold him, he gave him buckets. I'm talking about some of the best defenders in the park. Everybody got the same thing. Buckets. If you don't agree with my list, okay, come on with your own list. At the same time, if you don't know who I'm talking about, you probably stay in the house all summer because your mama didn't want you to come to the park. With that being said, man, hey man, y'all have a good day. Holla.